Okay, installation is reversal of removal, so we're going to put this back on down here, place it down there where it goes. It's nice and snug. Nice and snug over top of the holes. And then this is the tricky. This will take a while because I didn't remove everything. And it's really hard to access, but you're going to want to put this back, put a new one of this on there with this. I'm going to put the same one on there. It says not to, but it's good. It's okay. But you can do whatever you want, and it's kind of tricky to figure out how this goes back on there, but once you get it on there, I'm not going to use no sealant, so it's going to be really tricky. But once you get the bolts to line up in there and you get that back down in there, I'm actually going to put this down here first. So I'm going to watch out the O2 sensor too, so let me get that down in there, because you don't want to hurt the O2 sensor. It's a very precious instrument. The most precious of all. The most precious of all instruments is the O2 sensor. You get that all positioned down in there, and of course gaskets are falling off. That one's having a good time. There goes the gasket, so we gotta go retrieve the gasket. Alright. To install it, you maneuver the exhaust manifold down in there, get the gaskets all seated. It's really tough, but it takes a while. I still need to get that seated down there. But get the EGR valve first in from the side, push it, and then screw it in. And then you're going to mess around with the gaskets, putting them in for a while. It's going to take a while, but you'll get it. Alright. Okay. With these bolts down here. Okay, with these bolts down here, definitely get the EGR valve. Get that on there nice and tight, secure. And these, make sure they these are a little difficult, but once you get that EGR valve on, it'll line up, and the gasket underneath there, and the gasket underneath there, you're going to want to have them line up too, so you can get these bolts on. Hand tight them first, to make sure they seat. Get your hand on there and hand tight them first. Make sure they're on there, and then go on with your socket wrench or whatever to get them all the way down in there. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. You just tighten these a little bit, each one a little bit at a time. Just kind of rotate. Since there's 4 of them, you just gotta tighten them. That way it all seats down evenly and nothing's in a bind. You're probably going to want to use a torque wrench in the right torque specifications, because that's the proper thing to do. Alright, I'm starting to tighten it.